Hello traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Tuesday, August 4th, 2015. Traders coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Bright blue, sunny skies, white sandy beaches, and well, it's nice and cool now because it's early in the morning, but I think it could be very hot this afternoon. Could be lunch at the gazebo. Alright traders, remember this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. It's a pretty cool site. Check it out. Alright traders, let me introduce myself to you. We've got a lot to talk about today. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006. In 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career in the fire rescue department out of the great state of Florida. 9 days later, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my 27-year career. Well, it's 2015, traders, and I'm still in Asia. Absolutely loving Thailand and trading every single day. I trade the Forex markets. And not only that, due to our time zone, I can trade all 3 sessions. Only about 3 hours into the New York session, then it gets pretty late for me. Comes about 11:30 at night, so that wraps up my day. No, I don't sit in front of my computers the whole time. I do get breaks, a couple hours here, a couple hours there, so it's not like I'm sitting there the whole day. However, I do trade every day, and I'm in the market. Doesn't mean I take a live trade every day, but I'm listening to fundamentals, I'm looking at technicals, I'm looking for opportunities and probabilities to be on my side, to be successful in my trades. That's just a little bit about me. Let's get the risk disclaimer out of the way. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most importantly, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's get moving. Actually, to tell you the truth, I'm running a little late today. This is news and commentary. Let's take a look at the economic calendar. Quite full today. Keep your economic calendar up and alert today. We have, well, it's already happened, but the ASEAN retail sales month on month and trade balance. And in about, oh man, probably by the time this gets up onto YouTube, we have cash rate out of the Aussie and the RBA rate statement. So a lot of news coming out of the Aussie today. In the London session, we have Great British Pound Construction PMI. You might want to keep an eye on that. And do I not see anything in New York? And in New York, but it says tentative GDT price index might be coming out in the New York session. And those are all high impact data events. If you are in a time zone where you can trade the New Zealand, in Asia, in the next Asia session, we do have unemployment change and unemployment rate out of New Zealand tomorrow. But unfortunately, that is 5:45 a.m. my time, so I won't be in there for that one. Let's take a look at the indices. Everything's in the red in New York session. US 30 closed negative 50.52%. The S&P 500 closed negative 0.28%. NASDAQ closed negative 0.25%. Small cap 2000 closed negative 0.50%. So let's head over to the Eurozone. The Eurozone, the DAX closed up 1.19%. The FTSE 100 out of London closed negative 0.11%. And the CAC 40 in Paris closed positive 0.75%, with the Eurostoxx 50 also in the green at 0.96%. Traders, let's head over to Asia and see what's going on my side of the world. And remember, these countries are currently trading as all markets are open. The Nikkei 225 is barely down at 0.10%. The S&P ASX 200 is in the green at 0.72%. The Shanghai barely in the red at 0.07%. And the Hang Seng is in the red at negative 0.34%. The Kospi out of Seoul, I'm happy to say, is in the green at positive 0.27% at the moment. and that is live. Tick by tick, pip by pip, that's what it is. All right, some pretty good price action movement. What I'm finding, though, is price action is not giving pips like they were giving pips. And I gotta think that it's got two reasons. I think one is China, but I think bigger than that is I think traders are worried about this, what the Fed's gonna do. And I think if you took a survey, I would say most traders want this Fed to just do a 25 basis interest rate hike and get it off the table and get this, you know, are they going to raise it, are they not going to raise it, and move on and slowly, progressively raise interest rate as the years go on. But they've got to do it in September. I mean, I think they're very foolish if they don't, but I'm hoping they do it. I tell you the truth, I'd like to see them do it 2 times. I'd like to see them do it in September, and I'd like to see them do it in December. So that's how I feel about it. I did take a look at the charts, which you're going to take a look at in just a second. So I took a look at a bunch of charts today, and they're all 30-minute charts. That means every candle on the chart is 30 minutes in duration. So you're going to see that price action has been really weak. And I haven't checked on the average daily range on a 4-week basis, but that is on my to-do list today. Because I think a lot of these pairs have really come down in the amount of pips that they're moving a day. And, of course, it is summertime. And, you know, this is typical summer, low volatility, low trading. You know, September can't get here fast enough, right? Kids back to school, hedge funds back to working, you know, all the good stuff. So let's get started with the euro dollar. The euro dollar, as we know, is in a downtrend. If you look at the last 24 hours, it's basically been sideways. So I need an aggressive pullback here. I'm not selling this where it is. And I know that's resistance now, but I want to see this come back up to the daily pivot. It's 1.0962, and I'll be glad to sell it. But this has to give me something to go on. And if you sell it below the S1 pivot, you don't have many pips down to the S2 pivot, and you're going to get jammed, right? So you're looking at 25 down to 5, so you're looking at a 20 pip trade. Minus spread, minus you're not going to get in right at the exact moment. So you're looking at like a 10 or 15 pip trade. Not my kind of trading. I need, you know, 40 pips, 35 pips to get into a trade, you know, for leeway. You know, let this thing breathe a little bit. All right, let's take a look at the pound dollar. The pound dollar. Take a look at the daily chart if you get a chance on this one. This thing is just as ugly as it can be. This chart is as ugly as it can be. It doesn't know if it wants to go up, it wants to go down, it wants to go sideways. So now I'm saying, okay, pound, I'm enough playing with you. I know you're bullish. The pound is bullish. I mean, it's just been going up on a lot of charts. The pound is bullish. But again, the dollar is strong. So, you know, got two magnets fighting each other. So I want this to come back up to this 200 exponential moving average at 56.10, and we'll sell it at 55.51. And that would be a nice trade. But we've got to get some price action. Now, we have enough data today for this to happen. So let's see if we can get something to move here. And we have a high impact data of construction PMI coming out for the pound. So maybe this thing will get on track and get something going here. And that's 90 minutes into the London session when that data comes out, that construction PMI. Let's take a look at the Aussie. You know, we know the Aussie is bearish. It's been really doing quite well, to be honest with you. I have not looked, and Aussie data came out. I have not looked at a chart lately, but I'm looking for it to come back up to this pivot point, and then I'll sell it, and I'll take it down to the S1. That yellow line is a support line, and of course you can't sell it here. So if this already broke the support line by the time this gets up to YouTube, because news has come out, you're just gonna have to do another trade plan. I didn't look at the Aussie chart before I started this video. I apologize for that. But we want an aggressive pullback. Bring this up to the 50% fib, 72.88, and we'll take it down. Now, I've given you two areas to get out. One is a support line at 72.63, and the other one is the daily S1 pivot at 72.46. So if it goes through that support and just keeps on trucking down, just trail it down. So you got some pips there. But this is definitely not an area to be selling the Aussie dollar. Here's a Euro Aussie, another pair that's sort of like wishy-washy right now. It's been hanging out here, and it's been sideways yesterday. It gave us a drop late in New York. I don't know what happened in New York. I was in front of my charts, and it was, I guess it would be 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and everything just dumped. All the stocks, everything just took a dump. And as you can see from the indices that I read, everything was in the red. So it's pretty ugly, 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 ugly stuff in New York. I don't know what caused it, but it happened. And, we don't predict price, and that's the best way to look at trading anything. Don't predict price. We're looking for probabilities and opportunities. That's how I look at it. So I have a 200 exponential moving average and a daily pivot point. Let's sell it at 50.42, and we'll take it down to 49.90. I think that's a good idea. I don't think we're going to get a big move off of this S1 pivot. I don't think there's enough there that we're going to get. Well, we could get a bounce there, but I think it's going to go right through it, to be honest with you, on that S1 pivot. So we can get down to the 49.90 if price action works for us. All right, let's take a look at the euro yen. The euro yen's bearish. It's doing a nice job. It's working its way back up to where we want to enter at. We want to enter at 135.86, which is, not only is it a resistance line, but it also has a daily pivot at the same spot. So really a nice area to take this to the downside. We'll take it down to the S1 pivot, 135.48. So, this is like a 42 pip trade. So this is like the minimum, right? So your entry is pretty important to make sure you get in there. If you get below the S1 pivot, you got a pretty nice shot to the downside also. So a lot of things going on, with the euro yen, and so we'll just see what happens. But it's been bearish and it's been working pretty well, so we're going to just stay with the trend. Well, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. I mean, yesterday was absolutely no price action except that fall in New York, and here you can see we're in between the daily pivot point, in between it broke support, and this now needs to pull back. We need something to happen here. I'm not selling this here. I'll sell it at 65.96, but this has got to pull back. I wouldn't even sell it at the daily pivot. There's just not enough pips there. I think I measured it out. It comes out to like 23 pips. So this has got to pull back. This has got to give us a nice pullback, and I don't think it's going to happen today, but hopefully it will. I like trading the New Zealand dollar. It's a great pair to trade, but if you look at this price action right here, this doesn't look comfortable in my eyes. So we need some price action and a pullback. Alright, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I'd like to thank you for being with me on a Tuesday, August 4th, 2015. Traders, always remember to trade smart and not hard. Traders, have a great trading day, and until next time, we'll catch you then. Bye-bye.